I get a lot of comments regarding the way back after an amputation, but also about depression after an amputation. So I thought, let's bring that topic up and hopefully this can help many of you out there. And I would be lying if I wouldn't say that I didn't go through a depression after my amputation. And I think everybody does after losing a leg or an arm or several, like in my case. And I heard from a doctor in psychology that losing a limb is comparable to losing a close relative. And since this year I have experienced both, since my mother passed away in cancer earlier this year. And my grief has absolutely its similarities. But enough about that, and now let's go forward to how I handled my own depression after the amputation, the accident which led to these 3 amputations. And the most important message to all of you out there with an amputation is, and especially if you're a new amputee, your situation isn't permanent. Yes, I know, your arms and legs won't grow back out, but your body and mind will adapt. And that is what makes us humans so fantastic and outstanding creatures here on Earth, because we can adapt to anything and everything. And if you're a new amputee, your body feels heavy and clumsy, but by time you will find new ways in your new body, simpler ways in managing your new body. The appearance of my new body was really tough for me to take in. Every time I saw myself in a mirror or in a photograph, I couldn't stand the sight of my new self. But as being an amputee for 14 years, I can tell you that time will help. And also people in your surroundings will understand that you are the exact same person as before. There are just new circumstances that you need to handle. Speaking of people in your surroundings, and this topic is where I get the most questions. People in your surroundings, maybe people you know from work or school or even friends. They have a hard time too, you know, and they don't know what they can say to you or can't say to you after an accident or an amputation. I remember the first time with my friends out of the hospital. We went boat driving on the lake in my hometown. And as a new amputee with no legs and just one arm, they helped me to get onto the boat, and I was totally relying on them. And during the day, I got the question if I wanted to drive the boat. And of course, I said yes. And when I sat in the driving seat, I felt I need to do something to show my friends that I am the same Christoffer as before. So I drove much faster than I usually would do and much more daredevil. And they laughed, we had a good time, and of course everything went well. But the most important thing is I had increased my own personality for a day to show my friends that I am the same crazy Christoffer as before, and we can be and speak just like before. A few weeks later, I had my first day in school after my accident. And I would say I knew almost everybody in school before my accident. Of course, some more than others. But before this day, I had foreseen what will happen. Many will face down, avoiding my eye contact, just because they are scared and don't know what to say or what not to say. And of course I didn't like this, and I wanted things to go back to normal as soon as possible. So once again I increased my own personality, and I would go so far to say that I acted as super social Christoffer. And in school, in the long corridors, I said hi to everybody, even if they faced away. And everyone that stopped and wanted to speak, I spoke with. And after just a couple of days in time, the whole school started acting more normal towards me, like before the accident, once again. And that was really important for me and for my well-being. Now I have mainly spoken in how I solved my situation, which of course is closely connected to my psychological well-being, but also in my grief in losing 3 limbs in the glimpse of an eye. But to summarize and to give you a take-home message, even if you're in a really dark place and grieve over a lost limb or limbs, remember that your situation isn't permanent. Things will change to the better by time. And time is your friend. And remember that small improvements over a long amount of time is fantastic progress in life. And remember that I spent 6 years in the wheelchair, and I needed to develop a new prosthetic foot before I even could be started dreaming about walking with my prosthetics again. Life has its ups and downs. It has for everybody, and that is totally normal. Just remember when you're at the bottom that with small improvements and with the help of time, you will eventually be on the top again. Because you are the same person as before your amputation, you just need to find back and to figure out how you want to continue and live your life. And one more thing, don't think, what if? Then everything would be different. I realized this during my 6 months at the hospital, thinking, what if? Because these thoughts isn't helping me anything. They actually make things worse. The important thing is what you do from here and forward. And you need to figure out how you want to live your life from here. And please, if you need help, seek help. I got a lot of help from my psychologist at the hospital, managing my thoughts. And please keep commenting on this video. I will answer. And please also share it with people in need of help. I really hope this video can help a lot of you out there struggling with this. And these are my words from my own experience, what has helped and worked for me, and I stand by them by every word. So thank you for watching.